What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Man, I'm back again. Man, this gonna be some weird stuff here, man. Man, this here is just dedicated to a fool, man. He just a buster for no reason, for free. A mark for free. Just, man, I don't know, hey, man. I don't know what to call it. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I was on the phone the other day talking with some dudes that was in the Alabama prison system out here. And we was talking, and this dude's name came up. I would just never bring his name up on my own, but his name came up. And so when his name came up, I'm like, why you, what? He was telling me, hey, man, the homie. I'm like, cuz, that fool's a mark, homie, cuz he is not, he ain't good. He horrible. He like, what? Because, you know, the fool in question been down, shoot, man, going on 30 years. So now, these youngsters that's coming to prison out here in Alabama right now, they don't really know him like that. But now, all they got to do is talk to dudes who've been around, and they'll let him know about that. I'm talking about, have you ever did time in prison, man, with a fool that was such a coward, rat snitch mark that you've been like, what? That's how this fool was. And the clown was trying to claim the fame, saying he was from L.A. No. This fool is, man, listen, I'm doing this video for the sake of the homies that's still in the prison system with this mark getting food out here in Alabama. Man, the clown's name is Lawrence Walker. He called himself Capone from Schoolyard. That's what he called himself, Capone from Schoolyard. Now, if he got a letter or a certain other type name in front of the Capone, I don't know. But out here in Alabama, he said he came out here and started telling people he was Capone from Schoolyard. Then, as usual, as time went by, everybody started calling him L.A. because they figured he was from L.A. Now, has he been in L.A.? Yeah. He's from Chicago, though. But the only reason why I say the mark been to L.A. is because my crime partner, no good, from the set, said that they were in juvenile hall together. So, okay. So, I didn't know, when I first got locked up in Alabama, when I first hit the prison system, I didn't know nothing about the chump. Never heard of him. None of that. So as time goes on, of course, you know, dudes would come to me and say, Toon, well, do you know this dude? Do you know that dude? That he's supposed to be from L.A. So this is, you know, they've been in different prisons with these cats that say they from L.A. One of the dudes they used to always ask me about was a dude named Tom Tom from 9 Deuce Hoover. He's locked up out here. Another dude named Bear from Gear Gang, who was locked up out here. They used to always ask me about those two a lot. Those two were out here locked up doing time in Alabama before I hit the scene. So quite naturally, yeah, when I hit the scene, they started asking me about these dudes. So eventually, it got around to this mark, to this clown, called himself L.A., called himself Capone from Schoolyard. Man, listen. My homeboy No Good has sent me word about the chump. Say, cuz, man, this fool ain't nothing, homie. Yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right. So quite naturally, before I even ran across him, I'd already had formulated thoughts and opinion on the mark. Okay, cool. Dudes be traveling from prison to prison to prison. So when dudes get to traveling from prison to prison, they gonna let you know who here, who there, who there. So I had some dudes come to the prison I was in, maximum security, from another max security prison, where this dude, Lorenzo Walker, better known as L.A. or Capone from Schoolyard, was locked up at. They went to tell me about this punk. I'm like, cuz, what's up with that fool? Man, that fool's a buster, homie. He this, that, and this. So now, the prison he was in at the time was a prison called Holman. Maximum security prison. It was some bloods out here locked up out of Inglewood, they was from Inglewood family, named Nutty and Bullet. Nutty and Bullet was in the county jail in Alabama, in Birmingham with me. Boom. So, as a matter of fact, I think Nutty or Bullet, one of them, was even in the LA County jail with me. So anyway, oh yeah, train of thought. But anyway, this dude, L.A. Capone, Lorenzo Walker, was such a buster. Just because it was two bloods from L.A. there, he called himself, want to start telling everybody else what he's supposed to have did to them. He didn't know these two dudes from Adam's Cat. He didn't know them from Adam's Cat. And talk about what he did to him, lying on them. So now, when it got back to Nutty or Bullet, whichever one, Nutty, dang, was it Nutty? I get them mixed up. Whichever one was the tall one, light-skinned with the kind of straight like hair. But which I think was Nutty, I think. But anyway, when word got back to him, he like, what? Oh, okay. He called him out. You get it? He punked the game. Didn't want to fight. Wouldn't even come out the block. Just punked, just sorry for no reason. Heard about it. So then time goes on, years, whatever go by. I end up being in the same prison with this bum, this nothing. So when I first meet him, so I'm like, cuz, what's up with you, man? So he like, man, what's up, man? I'm like, no, cuz, look, man, I ain't heard nothing but bad reports on you since I've been locked up in Alabama, cuz you making LA look bad, and that's what you ain't gonna do. That's what you ain't gonna do. So now, yeah, at the time, I was still thinking that this dude was originally from LA. At the time, I'm thinking he from there. So, I ain't looking at, nothing else. I'm looking at the fact, fool, you from the house, but you way out here in Alabama making LA look bad. No, we ain't finna do that. So he like, what you talking about? I'm saying, man, fools talk about, man, you ratting, you snitching. They talk about, you coward, you won't fight. They talk about this, that, and, oh, man, the fool be hating, cuz. They be woo, woo, woo. Oh, is that what they be doing? That what they be doing? Now, take it. I already had got the word on him from my homie from the set. And I'm going to believe what my homie tell me. So I'm like, yeah, all right then, cuz. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, we'll see. So time goes on. When you're a coward and a mark, eventually you're going to put yourself in a position that is going to be seen. Now, he came out here to Alabama and caught a case in a little small town called Anniston, Alabama. In fact, he brought Schoolyard to that town. They got Schoolyard Crips right now in Anniston, Alabama because of him. Now, he had them fooled like he was a god. When he first got locked up out here, he had dudes fooled because he got a good wolf game. Ooh. He had them fooled like he was all that in a bag of chips until his whole card got pulled by them LA Bloods, by them Inglewood Bloods. Okay. So now here it go. He get into it. I'm waiting. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. He get into it with a blood dude out of Birmingham. Blood dude out of Birmingham called him out. Dude by the name of, he get into it with a blood dude named Warren G. out of Loveman Village. He get into it with Warren G. Warren G known for that knife play. When they get into it, Warren G called him out for the fade. He punked the game, cowered out, wouldn't do it, didn't want nothing to do with it, was scared to death of Warren G. When word got back to me, I found him. And I'm saying, look here, fool. That's it for you. Man, you bet not tell nobody else, period, you from L.A. Matter of fact, you better start telling people, don't call you that. Your name ain't no L.A. You better go back to Capone or go by Lawrence Walker or go by whatever name you going by. You better go by that name. Because people keep calling you from L.A., I'm going to punch you out, boy. Because you ain't finna make my city look bad. Man, no, it wasn't like, man, you lying, boy. This happened while I'm here. I know what happened. I said, well, go get down with him then. Man, if we ain't talk about nothing, cuz he ain't, man, what? Now, I want to tell him he couldn't even claim schoolyard, but now I ain't going to do that because I didn't, at that time, I don't know the ins and outs, if he really from there or not or what. So I ain't finna dip into that, but you better not tell nobody you from L.A. So now, we pushing up charges on him, and I'm pushing it hard. Want this fool stripped? They call it stripped in Alabama, where they strip you. You can't claim whatever you was claiming. You ostracized. You on the lever. You know what I'm saying? I was pushing it hard. I end up getting into it, and I end up getting transferred. As usual, a lot of stuff that's supposed to be done, when I'm not there to make sure it's done, it's not going to get done. And that became a habit, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to push a line. So it didn't get done. So he easing through. And they know this for a mark. Time goes on. He ended up coming to another prison I was in. He ended up coming to a prison called St. Clair. Another maximum security prison. So now, when he get there, I'm on his head. By this time, he fake breaking, talk about, oh, I got cancer. I'm sick. I got cancer. You got cancer, you sick, huh? Okay. All right, cool. He supposed to be getting medicine or all this and that. So I go to him and I tell him, I say, man, don't have nobody around here calling you L.A. Period. I say, if they call you L.A., I'm going to beat you up. You better let them know. Call you something else. He was like, all right, man, all right, cool. All right, I ain't going to do it. Right. Stay away from around me. Don't never come around me. Period. Okay, so now the whole time I'm there, they can't call him L.A. Man, I wish somebody would come to me and talk about, I can't use whatever name I'm, man, what? You feel me? What? Get away from me. What? Playing with a poltergeist, fool. But anyway, again, I end up getting transferred. As usual, I got into some mess. While I was gone, show you how much of a mark this fool is, man. I don't even know why I'm doing a video on this chump. But anyway, while I was gone, he ended up knocking a nurse. Now, he filed with that pen, with that gift of gab. He got that Kelly handwriting and all that, and the gift of gab. He ended up knocking the nurse. When he knocked the nurse, she was foreign. She was foreign. He was foreign. Man, this boy right here, so much of a mark. Somehow, some way, the police, the administration, at one time, getting his business. And they find out what he got going on. Now, I don't know what they threatened him with. I don't even know if they threatened him with anything. But now, he knocked her while he was in the hole. Not in population where he can mingle, but he was in lockup. He was in the hole, and he knocked her. And so now she toting for him. She doing for him and all this. When the one time get involved with it, the administration, the warden and all that, they step down on him, and they putting down on him hard. Now, I know y'all from Cali hear these words, step down on and putting down. That's some Alabama lingo right there, y'all. But anyway, they stepped down on him. I don't know what they threatened him or how they threatened him or what all they exactly said to him. But this clown, instead of keeping it gangster, man, sold that poor woman out. This is one of the see, it's chumps like this that make it so hard for real dudes in prison to knock these bros, because they scared of stuff like this happening. This chump, this Mark, this rat, this punk, he goes to the shift office with the police. With the police. They have him call the nurse lady. Call her. And talking to her. And she on there not knowing that she being listened to. She probably think he calling her from a cell phone. Because like I said, you know, everybody in Alabama got cell phones. I don't know what she probably thought. But she ran her mouth prodigiously to him. She thinking this her dude or something. And he got the warden, the captains, and all that sitting right there, listening to this woman and what they call it, implicate herself in this mess on the phone because of him. Man, listen, they fired her, got her messed up, fired her. Bam. What could he have possibly got from doing this, man? He has life without. He's never going home again until he's horizontal or perpendicular or whatever, however it go. He ain't never getting out. He gonna pass away in prison. So what could they have told him that would make him turn on that lady and give up the source that he had? I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. Pitiful. Pitiful. I end up being in another prison with this Mark. When I found out he was there, I immediately went over there and went in the block. And I say, let me show these two. And choked him. Man, come here, punk. I told him this time, man, you better not even claim Crip around me. You can't claim nothing around me. You can't tell him you from schoolyard no more. You can't tell him you a Crip no more. You bet not even tell him you from LA no more. Because you ain't. Even if he was, I said he wasn't. You can't tell him nothing, punk. If you do it, man, I'm not even going to waste my time putting these paws on your jaws. I'm going to put that iron on you. Because you a walking disgrace. You a walking nothing. You don't even deserve to be in population with everybody else. You need to be PC'd up back there and lock up. He whining and crying, no, Toon, please, man, I'm sick. I'm this, son. Ain't nothing wrong with that, punk. I end up transferring again. Got into it again. End up transferring. Never seen the chump again. Don't never want to see him again. He's locked up still in one of them prisons in Alabama. So now, you know, I know it's a lot of people that watch me that are locked up in Alabama. If y'all know this Mark, y'all see him, let him see the video. Don't let him fool you because he got a good mouthpiece. He gonna try to talk his way out of everything. Lawrence Walker. Call himself L.A. or either Capone. Saved from schoolyard Crip out of L.A. If he is or isn't, I don't know and don't care. He's a Mark. He's a Mark. So yeah, don't let him fool y'all. Don't let him fool y'all. This is a friendly infomercial. A friendly infomercial, y'all. Peace. I'm out, and I represent the gangsters.